7 Men's Stories Exciting Entertainment.
Pompeii, a city frozen in time. The story of Pompeii is one of tragedy and preservation. It's a tale of how an entire city was encapsulated in a moment of catastrophe, its life and vibrancy forever halted by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. On a fateful day in 79 AD, the once thriving Roman city of Pompeii was buried under a thick blanket of volcanic ash and pumice. For nearly 17 centuries, the city lay hidden beneath this deadly shroud, untouched by time, until its rediscovery in the 18th century. The excavation of Pompeii offered an unprecedented glimpse into the daily life of ancient Romans, providing a detailed record of a world frozen at the peak of disaster. Pompeii's story is not just a reminder of nature's unforgiving power, but also a unique window into the lives of those who lived nearly 2,000 years ago. The story: life in Pompeii, a bustling Roman city. Before the eruption, Pompeii was a vibrant city teeming with life. The streets were bustling with traders selling their goods, and the air was filled with the sounds of daily activity. Lavish villas adorned with colorful frescoes stood alongside modest homes, each telling the story of the diverse population that inhabited the city. The wealthy citizens of Pompeii enjoyed luxurious lives with access to private gardens, baths, and exquisite art, while the working class lived in simpler dwellings but shared in the city's dynamic public life. The amphitheaters echoed with the cheers of spectators, and the marketplaces buzzed with the exchange of goods from across the Roman Empire. The day of destruction, the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. On the morning of the 24th of August, 79 AD, the people of Pompeii began their day unaware of the impending doom. For weeks the earth had trembled slightly, but such events were not uncommon in the region. However, that morning, Mount Vesuvius exploded in a massive eruption, spewing a column of ash, gas, and pumice high into the sky. Within hours, the city was enveloped in darkness as ash rained down, covering everything in its path. The residents of Pompeii, caught by surprise, struggled to flee, but many found themselves trapped as the streets filled with debris. As the day wore on, the situation grew more dire. The weight of the falling ash caused roofs to collapse, and toxic gases suffocated those who sought refuge indoors. By the next day, Pompeii was buried under several meters of ash and pumice, its buildings and inhabitants preserved in a moment of terror. The once lively city had been silenced, entombed beneath the very earth that had supported its prosperity. The rediscovery: Pompeii unearthed. For nearly 1,700 years, Pompeii remained hidden, its tragic fate forgotten by the world. It wasn't until 1748, when workers digging a foundation stumbled upon ancient walls, that the buried city began to reveal its secrets. Over the next few decades, systematic excavations uncovered streets, homes, and public buildings, all remarkably preserved by the ash that had buried them. The frescoes that decorated the walls still retained their vibrant colors, and everyday objects lay where their owners had left them in their final moments. The rediscovery of Pompeii was nothing short of a revelation. It provided historians and archaeologists with an extraordinary snapshot of Roman life. The city was an open book, detailing the lives of its citizens from the grand to the mundane. Streets adorned with shops and inns, public baths, and even graffiti on the walls, all contributed to a comprehensive understanding of daily life in the first-century Roman Empire. The eerie casts of the victims, created by pouring plaster into the voids left by their decomposed bodies, offered a poignant reminder of the human cost of the disaster. The impact on history: lessons from Pompeii. The excavation of Pompeii fundamentally changed our understanding of ancient Rome. Unlike written records, which often focus on the lives of the elite, Pompeii offered a direct insight into the lives of ordinary people. The preserved city provided a wealth of information about Roman architecture, social structure, and urban planning. The artifacts uncovered revealed much about the diet, economy, and religious practices of the time. Moreover, the detailed frescoes and mosaics that adorned many of the city's buildings have been invaluable in understanding Roman art and culture. Pompeii also serves as a stark reminder of the destructive power of nature. The suddenness of the disaster and the totality of the city's destruction underscore how vulnerable human life is in the face of natural forces. The city's preservation allows us to reflect on the fragility of civilizations and the ever-present threat posed by natural disasters. Pompeii today, a monument to the past. Today, Pompeii is one of the most visited archaeological sites in the world. Millions of tourists walk its ancient streets each year, marveling at the ruins and imagining the life that once filled them. The silence that now pervades the city is a haunting contrast to the vibrancy it once knew. The empty streets and vacant homes stand as a testament to the lives abruptly cut short nearly 2 millennia ago. Pompeii is not just a relic of the past, it is a place of learning and reflection. The ongoing excavations and studies continue to yield new insights into the lives of its inhabitants and the world they lived in. The city remains a symbol of the transient nature of life and the enduring legacy of history, preserved against all odds by a natural disaster that at once destroyed and immortalized it. Pompeii's story is one of both tragedy and preservation, a reminder of the impermanence of life and the enduring power of history. It continues to captivate the imagination of those who visit, offering a rare glimpse into a world that was both similar to and vastly different from our own. The lessons learned from Pompeii remain as relevant today as they were in the past, serving as a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between human achievement and the forces of nature.
Feel free to follow this channel to avoid missing any new content. Disclaimer: the images are AI generated and are for illustration purposes. The stories on this channel are researched to the best of our knowledge.